Well, good day, folks. Welcome to the MD Wildman channel. On today's video, just real quick, on how I clean up and degrease when I get some new traps or new steel, or I get some snares that I want to work with. So I have with me, thank goodness, for small mercies, I was able to pick up a dozen of the brand new Duke 550 Pro Series traps. I love these traps. These are going to be great in my upcoming coyote line here in the fall, right? When we can start getting out for September, we can start getting out restraint sets here. And there are a bunch of regulations and rules, you know, what you can and can't set here in New Brunswick, but these meet all of the regulations. I like these traps real well, but they just came in a box from the factory, and they are coated, as all traps are, with grease and oil to preserve them, right? So that's really good, except for you can't put these babies in the ground like this, so you got to do some trap prep pre-season. I just want to show you what I do really quickly. It's a little bit of a new method. I don't know that anybody else is doing it this way. If you are doing it this way, I would love for you to put that in the comments down below. Give me your opinions. Give me your thoughts on what, how it is that you degrease and oil your traps, if you're using the same type of method that I use. Listen, if you haven't yet subscribed to the MD Wildman channel, we sure would appreciate it. You know, it doesn't cost anything. It's completely free. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you want to get notified when we upload new content, new videos, go ahead and click that bell down there, and you'll get notified as well when we upload a new video. So here we go. What do I do? Well, my method has changed a dozen times over the last dozen years or so as to how I prep my traps pre-season. I know this is the same old, you know, chicken egg type fight that you have with people all the time. Do you dye and wax your traps? Do you just hang your traps outside? How do you descent them? How do you work with them? What do you do? This year I'm going to spray paint. I spray painted last year and it worked really, really well. It was quick and easy to do, and I did it with snares some. I used a natural trap dye as well. Okay, so before the spray paint at the end of last season, I was using a natural trap dye. If you want to know what that looks like, that natural dye, there's a video on my channel about that as well. But this year I've decided I'm gonna spray paint. So in order to prep my traps when I get new ones, and I'm gonna make some snares too, in order to get my snares all ready to go to spray paint, what I don't want, like most people want to degrease and have a nice light layer of rust. So there's a lot of guys watching this video right now, or girls watching this video right now, saying, well, why don't you just put them in some water with some vinegar and then pull them out and hang them up and then they'll dry. But they will dry, and they'll dry with a little bit of surface rust, and that's not what I want. I want these to be clean and dry and oil-free without the possibility of the surface rust, okay? So what am I going to use? I'll tell you what I'm going to use. I'm going to use this baby right here. This is Oil Eater. Now, I had to order this on Amazon because I couldn't find anywhere in New Brunswick to buy it local. But I did find and see some at a convention. So anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll put a link in the description down below if you want to check this out and get it. There's an Amazon link there. And remember, I am an Amazon associate, so anything that you buy through those Amazon links, a little tiny small portion goes to the youth trapper program here that I'm running here in New Brunswick. This Oil Eater product is fabulous for doing what it is I want to do. Okay, now again, there's a dozen different ways to do this. You can pop these traps. I mean, there's a dozen traps here. Put them in the dishwasher on the top row and hit spin. Soak them in Dawn, you know, spray them off in Dawn dish detergent and some warm water and all of those things. But what I found is that this product is simple, easy, it lasts a long time, and there's no prep work, there's no work in it for me. You mix the Oil Eater. This product right here, it's a natural product, so it's food safe. It's not going to be like, you know, a problem to have around the house or out in the shed, you know, or whatever. You mix it 10 to 1, so that jug will do me for 2 or 3 seasons. You know, I mean, I only use it when I have to degrease traps, right? So pretty much when they're new or when I make snares. So I'm just going to show you what I've done here. I have my regular 5-gallon bucket that I use, and I've put 1 liter of the Oil Eater in there and 10 liters of water. So I've mixed it the right way. And I've got a few snare extensions, I guess. These are snare extension cables that I'm going to use, and I want to paint these up. I want to paint them green. Okay, just going to wrap those up, and they're going into the mix. Okay. Then I'm going to put as many of my new Duke 550s into this mixture as I can get. Right, making sure that the chains and the locks and everything are completely submerged. The great thing about this product is that I'm only going to be able to get maybe 4, maybe 5 traps in here so that they're completely submerged, so they're all the way under the water. But that's okay, because this product, like this thing, the way this is, you can keep reusing it, right? So when this part is done, I'll be able to pull these traps up out of that mixture and then add the rest of the traps or add another batch or whatever. And I can do 2 or 3 sets of traps. I'll be able to do this whole dozen and probably another dozen after that with just this 10 liters of mixture. So with 1 liter of one liter of the oil eater in here, right? So it's 10 to 1. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just let that sit just like that for about 1 hour. Yeah, no, wait an hour. I don't think so, just kidding. So that's what I like about this product. It's not a wait, you know, overnight. It's not a 2-day soak. It's not a boil for an hour. It's not one of those. This is instant. And for those of you that know me, I'm all about instant results. I'm not overly patient. I can't even hardly say the word patient. Short of sitting in a tree waiting for a deer, I don't do patient. So that's what I really like about this product, is it's done, like right now. I just put them in there. Gonna give this bucket a little shake, just like that. And that oil eater product literally eats the oil off of them. You don't have to worry at all about even the oil floating to the top or coming up to the surface. Like, you know how when you put them in vinegar and water and all that, like you gotta watch that the oil kind of bubbles to the top, and then if you pull your traps back up over the surface, the oil ends up back on the traps. There's none of that here, because this product literally absorbs the oil and it's gone. It's like in the product somewhere. So all I have to do now, these have been in here for a total of almost 30 seconds. I give it a little shake, and all I gotta do now is just pull those out one at a time. I think I put 6 in, right? I just pull those out, and look at that, clean as a whistle. No oil, no anything, just a real quick touch up. I mean, if I had a paper towel handy, I'd just wipe them, but just a little tiny touch, look at that. No oil, no grease, no residue. It's nothing, right? It's just as clean as can be. There's nothing on that trap. There's no reason why in about 2 minutes after that's dry, I couldn't spray paint that. Like, it's good to go, and it's instant, right? So let me see another one here. Okay, so I'm just pulling those right back up through the bucket. I'm not worried about anything on the surface. Like, I don't know if you can see that or not, but there is no oil on the surface at all, right? The only thing that does tend to happen, depending on the amount of oil that you have on the traps or grease, is that it'll start to turn a little bit kind of a funky yellowish grayish color. The liquid will, because it starts out clear, and you'll know that you're kind of done, that your liquid's expired when that gets really gray. So when that liquid takes on kind of the gray color, then you know it's time to change your liquid if you're doing dozens and dozens of traps or hundreds and hundreds of snares or whatever. But like, there we go. I just pulled that one out. The stuff almost dries itself. When you pull it out, it's so, it reacts with the air right away, and it almost dries itself. So there's another trap right there. Another one of these Duke 550 Pros that's been in that liquid for 45 seconds, not even. And it's ready to go. I could paint that right now, okay? If you're into the, you know, if you want to dye your traps and you need a little light surface coat of rust, then just take this trap like it is, lay it out, take a squirt bottle full of vinegar, spray it with vinegar, wait overnight, it'll have a nice surface coat of rust and you're good to dye it. This won't take dye like this, of course. But I'm telling you what, this product is great, it's instant, it's easy, and that's why I like it. Now, I paid $9.99 for 1 US gallon, so 3.7 something liters here in good old Canada. This will do me 2 seasons, 3 seasons. Like, it depends on how many new traps I end up getting or how many 100 snares I end up doing. But the idea here is that it's quick, it's easy, it's instant. There is no overnight waiting, there is no boiling, there is no anything. Mix it 10 to 1, drop your oily stuff in, give it a quick shake, pull it out, all done. Here's the extension cable that I just did. So it was in there as well. Now, it's still shiny, like the traps are, but it's completely oil-free. There's no residue, there's no anything on there. Everything's clean, everything's done. And this is now dry, right? Just a real quick, let it sit outside for 5 minutes. It'll be dry, ready to spray paint, or ready to use the natural trap dye on, or the maple leaf dye, or whatever it is that I choose to do, or you choose to do. Anyway, listen, this is a great product. I don't know of anybody else that uses oil eater for their traps. If you do, go ahead and drop that in the comments down below. Let me know how you make out. Let me know if you do anything different or whatever that might be. But I was really hoping this is something that could help you out, kind of speed the process up. And I mean, I got new traps and I want to get them out in the line right now. Just mix up a little bit of oil eater, dunk them in, swish them around, ready to go. Like you could get new traps, de-oil them, degrease them, and have them spray painted, and you can do all that in, I mean, I could be done here in an hour and have all these traps done and ready to go out in the line. So anyway, listen, I hope this is something that can help you out, and that you, you know, if you want to try this product out, you certainly can. You put these two things together, and you're going to be good to go. So anyway, listen, until next time, happy hunting from the MB Wildman channel.